Welcome to St Margaret Mary's Secondary School on this, the second occasion of our annual prayer breakfast. Some people would refer to this as an ungodly hour, but not today. Today it's a godly hour to be in school.
The prayer breakfast, it's a very good initiative that St Margaret Mary's has undertaken in the last couple of years, and it brings a lot of people together and focuses them on a religious theme of our faith, of our Catholic faith. Seeing is believing is the theme today, and that was highlighted by a talk on the shroud of Turin, which I think raises really good issues for young people, because it raises the issue of science and faith and the realisation that science and faith are not antithetical, and that God is the God of faith and the God of science.
The title of the talk, as you know, is Seeing is Believing, the Holy Shroud of Turin. So today, hopefully I'm going to sell the case that the Shroud of Turin is the real Shroud of Jesus Christ. I could try and be impartial through the whole talk, but as you'll see, the conclusion I came to was that the Shroud is actually the burial cloth of Christ. Great experience. Obviously a lot of organisations went in this, and I was, to be quite honest, I was delighted to be asked to give the talk on the Shroud. As you can see, I'm very enthusiastic about it. So it was really just nice to be asked here. But, the prayer breakfast, I mean, the work that's went into this, it's a great initiative.
I'm delighted that people came back for the second year. Tried to think of a different sort of approach than we'd taken last year, a bit deeper, more serious talk, and I think it really engaged the pupils. So I'm delighted that we had such an excellent speaker to come along and do that.
If I was to write down the attributes of the greatest con man in history from the Middle Ages, this is what he would be described as: an exceptional knowledge of anatomy. He would have access to fresh blood from a victim of torture, and would be knowledgeable in understanding fresh versus post-mortem blood. He would be able to acquire a first-century expensive linen cloth from the East for the purpose of creating the forgery. He would have a mastery of photography 700 years before it was invented, and would understand light inversion and photographic development techniques, and so on and so forth. He would have travelled to the East to get his wee pollen samples. I'll just put the pollen samples on it, that'll really fool them in 700 years' time. Yes. What else can I do? Well, I'm actually an expert in haematology. I know I'm living in the 14th century, but you know, I understand all the constituents of blood, and I know that I have to use an ultraviolet fluoroscopy machine to identify the bilirubin, but I can do that, and in 700 years' time they'll be completely amazed by my endeavours. They apply over 400 bloodstains to the cloth without a painting process. This is incredible. Look, the blood is separate from the image, and they perfectly superimpose with the image. The bloodstains superimpose with the bloodstains perfectly, but the bloodstains have been laid first. So I always wondered, did they deliberate on this beforehand, you know? Tell me, should we put down the blood or the image first? Let's try the blood, you know, my goodness. And of course, the forgers may well, I'm being facetious now, may well be aliens with advanced post-21st century technology, including an atomic laser that can do all this stuff. And I actually mentioned that last point to someone that says, well, it could be aliens. Oh my goodness. So what did Holmes famously say? Holmes famously said to Watson, my dear Watson, after all, once you have eliminated everything that is impossible, whatever is left, no matter how improbable that might be, must be the truth. And that's what scientific analysis is all about.
Quite an increase in the number of pupils coming from St Paul's and Holyrood, which I feel is starting to make it look like a really good Caritas event for lots of people to join in, and lots of pockets in the community represented. So just altogether, I think is something people are looking forward to coming to.
I think it was just a really good chance for us all to get together and have a kind of big event to celebrate as well, as part of Caritas, because usually we're just doing stuff by ourselves and volunteering and stuff. So to get different schools involved and people from all over the community was good.
It made me debate faith, and I feel like I believe in it, yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It was good to meet loads of new people, and it was really interesting. It was fab.
Today was very different from last year. Today was, as the school motto says, with thy eye see the truth, and it was very good, a good marriage of science and faith. A very good coming together of that and showing that those two can live hand in hand. Once again, the community of St Margaret Mary's, St Bartholomew's, St Oswald's, St John Paul II, we excelled, we came together and we put our faith into action, and how nice and unique an experience to be in front of the replica, you know, and have the Archbishop with us, Glasgow City Council, and Henry, who is the replica in action, and the knowledge and passion that he has. Well, you can't help. It's infectious, it's contagious. So it was a lovely celebration this morning.